Swadika, thank you very much for joining us for the evening edition of NBT World Brief right here on NBT and NBT World. I'm Cholapansa Navula. The Election Commission has clarified that political parties and candidates are allowed to bring in outsiders to help with election campaigning. However, they must follow legal requirements and report all related expenses. EC Secretary General Sawang Wunmi stated that anyone appointed to assist, whether a party member or an external supporter, must be eligible to vote. They must be officially registered as campaign assistants under regulations. Once appointed, these assistants can legally support candidates. Sawang explained that assistants may receive payment, but all compensation counts as campaign spending. This must be disclosed to the electoral body. Candidates are required to notify the EC in advance before using assistance. Sawang added that if an unregistered individual becomes involved, it must be reported immediately. He noted that most parties already comply with these rules and prepare their lists in advance. With less than 1 month to go before the Election Commission is stepping up voter education. The launch of the 6 Weeks of Democracy campaign places a strong focus on engaging young people, the active voices in election awareness efforts. The campaign brings together the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation, and the Territorial Defence Command. They aim to involve students at all levels in election and referendum processes. Activities begin in schools and universities before expanding to families and local communities. This year's referendum will take place on the same day as the general election on February 8, 2026. The Election Commission stated it is working to ensure voters fully understand both processes. Election Commission Chairman Narong Klanwarin said cooperation among state agencies is essential. It builds on accurate public understanding of democracy and citizen oversight. He added that sharing experience will help turn strategy into practical action. Thailand's economy could lag behind its regional peers in 2026 if political uncertainty persists. The International Institute for Trade and Development says shaky conditions are undermining investor confidence. ITD Executive Director Supakit Cherunkull said Thailand still holds important advantages as an upstream producer in agriculture. However, he stressed that the country must shift towards high-value agriculture by applying technology and AI. This will boost productivity and competitiveness. He also pointed to China's pivot towards advanced technology investment as an opening for Thailand to expand food exports. Moving forward, the Institute expects global trade to become more complex this year. And this is driven by new rules beyond price competition. This include tougher environmental measures such as cross-border carbon taxes and stricter sustainability standards. At home, Thai small and medium-sized enterprises generate more than 35% of GDP, and they're struggling with rising costs and limited access to technology. To address these challenges, the Institute has outlined 3 strategic directions. The focus is on developing advanced trade data and AI-driven analysis. The strategy shifts business development towards results-based support with stronger links to overseas markets. It also calls for deepening cooperation among government agencies and the private sector. The Bank of Thailand has said that the spike in cash withdrawals seen in September 2025 was not linked to election activity. Instead, it stemmed from public concerns over tougher measures targeting MULE accounts. Fearing potential account freezes, many people and businesses temporarily switched from online transactions to cash payments. According to the central bank, the surge was short-lived. By October, payment behavior had largely returned to normal as confidence improved. Merchants that had briefly favored cash have since resumed standard payment practices. Looking ahead to the election period, the central bank says it is closely monitoring cash demand. It will maintain banknote reserves at levels similar to last year. This planning also accounts for the usual rise in cash usage during the Chinese New Year. Commercial banks have been instructed to keep a close watch on any unusual withdrawal patterns and report them promptly to ensure financial stability. A heartwarming sight has emerged from the Haat Noparat Thara in Mukok PP National Park in Krabi. A mother dugong and her calf were spotted feeding on seagrass. This underscores the strength of the area's marine ecosystem. The Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation confirmed the sighting. The two dugongs were observed in Ao Tung and were found to be in good health. The calm grazing scene has been welcomed as a positive sign for marine conservation efforts in the region. Because the area is also used as a pier with frequent boat traffic, park officials have taken action. They installed speed control buoys and stepped up awareness campaigns for tour operators and fishermen. Boat crews are being urged to slow down and navigate carefully through dugong habitats. Dugongs are rare and endangered marine mammals protected by law. The appearance of a mother and calf together highlights the richness of local seagrass beds. It also reflects strong cooperation among communities, authorities and stakeholders working to protect Thailand's marine natural resources. And that's it for this edition of NBT World Brief. I'm Cholapansan Rula. We'll see you next time. As for now, Swadee ka.